Hi everyone! Today I want to talk about the importance of being able to be present and slow down. I think a lot of times in life when we get busy and when there's a lot of stuff happening, we tend to forget that we can't do everything at once, and how can we focus on the moment and not try to do everything. And I think that's a really hard topic because even me, I find sometimes when I'm overwhelmed by the work I have in college and the schoolwork I have to do, I just wanted to spend all my time and do all of them. So today I just want to list a few things that I found helpful when I'm dealing with a lot of stress and a lot of stuff to do. So the first tip I want to offer is that it's okay not to do everything in one day. I think a lot of times we hold the idea if I do more today then I will get everything done. But sometimes I think that doesn't really apply to everything. Sometimes there's things that you just kind of you try your best, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna be immediately done just because you tried it. And so I think it's important to just make a list of what you want to do today and then do it one thing at a time, not being critical of yourself of not being able to finish everything. When you accomplish a baby stat in your day, give yourself a round of applause and just be like, oh my god, I slayed it today. I don't need to solve all the problem, but I made a small step towards my personal progress, and that's what really matters. And the second thing I want to talk about is that when we're busy, sometimes it's good to get a little bit outside perspective, talking to our friends or adults that we trust. Sometimes having someone there to listen, or sometimes they would give us advice. Sometimes we don't even need that advice. We have that in us and we know what to do. We don't even need them to tell us what to do. But it's nice to have someone to listen. Just know that your problem is solvable, it's understandable, and letting someone else know that you're working on something doesn't mean that you're not capable of solving it yourself. It's just a way of using your network and then letting other people be a part of your experience of growing and improving. And the third thing I want to talk about is to be able to sit back and relax a little bit. I think a lot of times we tend to get caught up with what other people think of us. Do they think that we've done enough? Do they think that we've tried hard enough in a day? And I think that sometimes it's really hard to take a moment and just be what do I think? Not letting other people's opinion affect our self-worth and our own evaluation of our day. It's so important too, because I think a lot of times it's hard to really sit down and then just tell yourself that I am doing enough, and the only person who know how much I have done and how hard I've worked is myself. And other people, they can't really give us judgment because they're not the ones who are doing it for us. As much as we'd like to take other people's advice into consideration, but at the end of the day, if you're happy with how hard you have tried and that you've given your best and that that you're the only person to judge it, then it's okay to listen to yourself, trust yourself with your instinct. And the relax part is really hard because everyone is different in terms of how they want to relax, and I don't think there is one way to relax, and there's no wrong way to relax and try to find peace. For some people it's meditation, and I think meditation is especially helpful because it allows you to not only enjoy be able to be present, but also just feel the tension in your body, the tension in your mind, and be able to release that tension sometimes just puts us in a new and better place. And Another way I like to relax is by reading books. And there are a few reasons that I like to read books, but the most important one is when we're on the internet, we always click on other stuff and we get interested. But when we're reading books, we're able to focus on one task at a time. And I think, that's sometimes really hard because we got so easily distracted by everything now. Having that time to read a book is just a way to sit back and only think about what you're reading. And even if you want to, take the chance to reflect on your life, that's good too. At least you're only dealing with a book and your own life stuff. So that's still not too much. And that's why I think reading, meditating are very good ways for us to relax and be present. So these are just ways that I think I could be present and be able to slow down. And I would love to hear in the comment section about what you think about being present is, and then how do you slow down? How do you take the time in your life to be able to reflect and then really get to know yourself? I think we all need that, whether we're stressed out or not, and start doing it every day. I think it's good because, when we get stressed, then if we're good at how to slow down, be present all the time, then when we get stressed, we're not be overwhelmed as much, and then we can apply these techniques to time of stress and make ourselves more relaxed and be in the more peaceful place of mind.